themed Thursdays for us. Every Thursday we do something new, and one of the segments we love to do is Coffee Talk, where we bring on some industry professionals and talk about different aspects and areas of the industry. And this month we're focusing on VTubers. So we have some lovely VTubers joining us today as guest speakers, and I'm very excited to make introductions to all of you guys and to let you guys learn a little bit more about VTubing. So without further ado, I would love to go around and just have you guys introduce yourselves, say who you are, what you stream, all of that wonderful stuff to kind of help give our audience an idea of who you are. Giggles, would you like to start with you since you're right next to me?
Sure. Okay. Hi, y'all. I am Giggles the Clown. I am just your chaotic little gremlin next door. I love to stream basically any puzzle games, anything that really makes me have to stop and think. Also kind of some strategy games. I'm really also story driven, also is really big for me. I'm currently streaming The Last of Us. I'm really behind on the story, I know. So I'm enjoying that fresh on my mind, and it's been really great.
Oh my god, I love The Last of Us. I don't know if anyone here has been watching the show. I'm not super happy with how the second season's going. I loved the first season, but the game so good. So I hope you enjoy the playthrough.
Thank you.
Of course. Amethyst, can we move on to you?
Sure. Also, hi Elaine. Hi, I am Amethyst. Some people call me Ame online. I'm also a current rising star for the gamehers. Yay, woot woot.
Congratulations.
um, I am a variety streamer. I'm a chaotic space pirate VTuber and a YouTube content creator. Currently, we're playing Hollow Knight and Kingdom Hearts.
I love Kingdom Hearts.
It's my favorite.
Is it really?
It has become my favorite. I think we've played like over 100 hours on stream right now.
That is phenomenal. I'm gonna have to check it out. That's so sick.
I even have, it's not loaded here so I can't show it, but I even have a Hollow Knight costume for Halloween.
Please drop photos after this. I would love to see.
I can do that.
Yay. I would love to see it so badly. Shrimpy, how about you, Shrimp Brain?
Shrimpy's okay. People call me Shrimp. But hey everyone, my name is Shrimp Brain. My pronouns are she, her, hers, Aya. And as you can see, I'm a crustacean. Um, so I don't know games that I just recently started streaming, so this is all very new to me. But some games that I want to focus on are like Repo, Dead by Daylight, Fortnite, maybe some Baldur's Gate, and I don't know, something like another Crab's Treasure, so I can go under the sea. But yeah, those are the games that I've been focusing on.
I love that so much. I forgot the name of it, but there is this one game. I think it's an indie game. You play as a crab and you basically run around under the ocean and fight things, and I feel like that would be right up your alley.
Another Crab's Treasure. That's my favorite. I
Yes.
was stuck. I'm so bad at those games, but I was stuck on the I call them leap these lobsters. I was stuck on it for so long, and it took me so long to the point where the game was like, okay, we'll let you go through. But I was like, oh
The game's like, we're gonna throw you a bone here. We see you
no.
struggling.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope you guys all enjoyed those little introductions as much as I did. I have a quick question for all of you based on kind of your introductions and hearing how some of you guys have been VTubing for a while, where some of you have just started. Can I ask why you started VTubing and like what made you really jump into it? And also, like, these are up for grabs. If anyone has an answer right away, we don't have to go in an order. Feel free to just give me your answer, but I'm really curious to see everyone's different reasons. Oh gosh, Kwan said the avatars are very cute, and they're called models. I recently learned this, guys.
Oh,
Models, right?
Yes.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
I see the nods and they make me so happy. Anyways, so what got you guys started? Like, what got you interested in VTubing?
Um, you can go ahead first.
I can start. I have been actually a content creator for about 15 years, but in 2022, my oldest kid started to get bullied because mom made content online. And it wasn't even like I was making spicy content. It was just the fact that mom was online where other kids could see. And so I started to consider maybe I needed to cover up my face. And then soon after, I actually got an autoimmune diagnosis that made me really self conscious. And I didn't want to show my face anymore. And so, like, I have grown past that now, but it took me some time to find the new normal. And this gave me a way to still be online and still do the thing I really love, but in a way I was most comfortable.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
that's an amazing story. I hope you're feeling better now, but I don't have a kid, so I can't really in that aspect, but I know how much of a struggle it is putting yourself out there, especially on the internet, because as we all know, the internet is forever, and sometimes people aren't the nicest. But I'm kind of glad that you were able to find this outlet for yourself because it seems like you've been doing amazing. I've seen some of your streams and they look phenomenal. So I'm glad you were able to kind of continue growing with your passion of what you wanted to do. And now look at you. Now look at where you're at. Being a creator for 15 years is incredible.
Well, and honestly, I would say I've been able to become more myself because I didn't have to worry about like, oh, so and so from work saw me, so and so from this clipped that. I can just be my loud whoever I feel like being, and it doesn't have the same kind of repercussions as having your face tied to it.
That's amazing. And honestly, coming from like a creator standpoint, I feel like being authentically you and yourself is what the audience wants to see more of anyways.
Mhm.
And the fact that you're able to feel comfortable doing this and being yourself, I feel like that's just going to garner an audience that truly loves and appreciates you for you. Can I ask where the idea for your model came from? Did you play around with like different styles or ideas, or did you kind of have this idea of I want to look like my current model, and you were like set on that?
For mine,
Mhm.
um, I don't know where it started, why it started. In the beginning, I wanted to be a demon, but I wanted to be like a cosmic demon. And the more I actually started playing D&D, and the more I started playing, I was like, you know what? Maybe I want to be a tiefling more than just a demon. Because people always came in and are like, "What's your demon powers?" I'm like, I don't have any. And where tiefling makes more sense, I can be a space pirate tiefling, and they look a little bit different and they have the tail that I love. I have a big old tail, but I don't have a power. I'm just a chaotic person who's, messing stuff up in the universe.
I love chaotic neutral. I'm also a D&D player, so that makes me happy hearing Tiefling's your favorite because I do love Tiefling.
Yes. That's
Not
awesome.
everyone needs powers. That's great. What about anyone else? How did you guys kind of get into VTubing and where did the inspiration for your models come from?
Oh my goodness. Well, let's start. I can start with how I got my shrimpy. um, so I've gotten a few questions on where the term came from, and the term is from like a Central American term. It's cabeza de camarón. I don't know if anybody speaks Spanish, but that means shrimp head. But my sisters and I, we just translated it to shrimp brain because am I allowed to curse?
We try to keep it PG-13, but it's okay if there's a little bit
Okay,
of
okay.
cursing.
I'll say feces, but your brain is filled of your brain is filled of feces for shrimp brains. So that's why I was like, oh, shrimp brain can be the word that I use. Essentially, they're calling me a dummy, but in the same time, don't worry. I'm not calling myself a demi. The phrase has become more like homey, I guess. So when I think of shrimp brains, I think of my family. So that's why I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta be a shrimp. I love shrimp, and that's how shrimp brain came to be. But to answer your question about to answer your question about why I got into VTubing, I just started, as I said, a week ago. But I don't know, just the art and the process of rigging, which is how the character moves. It was so amazing to me seeing how even like even the people here below, like Giggles the Clown and Amethyst Maid, like the way that they're moving, rigging. I can't imagine how your rigging looked like. So, like, but for now, me and I have a streaming partner. Her name is Anna Banana. Um, Anna Banana and I, we like to stream our crazy shenanigans under the sea. So but to be honest with you, I also have a mental health disability that makes my day to day very difficult. And gaming has been the perfect outlet for me. So, gaming and VTubing has enabled me to create that safe space that enables me just to be me and as a shrimp. But it's just me.
I love that so much. And first of all, thank you guys for being so open and talking about why this kind of means a lot to you. Because one of my favorite things about being in this industry and talking to so many faces is hearing how much gaming, streaming, just this industry in general has helped people live. And I feel like a lot of people on the outside don't really get to see that sort of perspective, especially just coming from like a viewer's perspective and not understanding how much um, being in this field can mean to someone. So I appreciate you guys also talking about that because I know so many people in the chat right now can definitely relate. I know I can relate where this was kind of an area where we're able to be open and we're able to be ourselves and feel good. And shrimp, I just wanted to say that when you said shrimp brain and it kind of like makes you think of your family, I thought that was adorable. I don't know if shrimp schools like normal. I don't know if it's called the school of shrimp. I don't know what it's called, but that's immediately I pictured that like krill swarm from Happy Feet. That's immediately what I pictured in my mind when you said that.
Oh, the mouse baby. Yeah.
So good. Giggles, what about you? I'm so curious. I personally am a big clown lover. I had a clown themed birthday party. I just went to like a clown event in the park, so I'm very excited to hear kind of the backstory behind Giggles the Clown.
Yeah, so I got into VTubing actually because of my best friend. She was really into it, and I was like, oh, okay. I really wanted to find a way to support her. And so one way to do that is to stream together. So I went ahead and just took that dive, and it's been a dive for sure. I'm very new to VTubing still, but I'm learning every day, and it's been really fun because it's been just like a good challenge for me to like see what can I learn, how to do things. Kind of like what Shrimp was saying about the rigging. It's a lot. There's a lot of editing. There's a lot of customization out there. It's finding what's going to work, what works for streaming, what's allowed for streaming. There's just a lot there. So it's been a great challenge to kind of jump into that. And I, of course, yeah, I just love it because I get to play games with my best friend most of the time. So it's a blast and I love it. And then for the process kind of behind my identity, I just wanted to bring some kind of joy and silliness to the internet. Just like this little chaotic little pastel clown fairy. I tried to combine the love of frogs with the green and glitter and my love for games to create this character that was 100% me, but a little bit more animated. Which is kind of also why I chose VTubing was I felt like I would have a harder time being animated in myself if people could see me. But when I have this VTube character, I can put on this character and be myself still and be awkward and laugh and create the safe space for little weirdos to shine. and it'd be great. And that's kind of where I've decided to create Giggles.
We love creating safe spaces for little weirdos to clown around. That is one of my favorite things. And honestly, hearing this backstory, I now like I see the fairy aspect, I see the green from the frogs. I love that you took different areas, different little tidbits that you're passionate about, and kind of morph them into one character about this. And that's honestly like one of my favorite things about VTubers is how unique and individualistic every single person is, and how even though like they seem like their avatar is a different person, it's still a part of your original self, if that makes sense. If I'm just like making sense at all. But that's one of my favorite things to hear about, and just kind of hearing the story behind just people kind of creating this persona. I also wanted to kind of backtrack a little bit and talk more about the logistics behind VTubing, because I know we mentioned it in our little tech check call earlier, but I don't think, I mean, chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know me personally, I don't know a lot of what goes into actually creating a model and what goes into VTubing, having to make sure that your eyes and mouth are working simultaneously. Like every time you move, you want to create those reactions to make everything look natural. And I know you guys are talking about different programs that you're all using. I know some people in the chat were also interested in becoming a VTuber. And so I wanted to kind of hear your guys' opinion on what you use, how to go about it, what you're starting to use, anything that you've been learning, any tips or tricks that you have kind of going into VTubing, and just the logistics behind it. That was a heavy, there's a lot in there. I could just parts to that.
Um, I mean, since I just started, but I started watching videos, YouTube videos on how to rig, and in particular, I started watching like how do I move a character, a model. So I don't know. I I don't know if anybody wants to take the question. I'm trying to think of how did I start because I just started, but
Yeah.
the rigging process took a month, 2 months.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that long? Yeah.
If we were to show you our rigging, you'd see tons of little dots on every one of our segments. Especially, I'm looking at Amethyst and Giggles Clown. Um, I don't know. They have tons of little segments that allows them to move. And see how she's moving so freely. They're moving freely, and their hair moves and everything. All that
Mhm.
is oh my goodness, and their hands. That is so awesome. They could tell you a little bit more about how their process, but for me, it started. I've just started drawing. All every single one of my segments. So my body segments and my little appendages and my whiskers. They're all different layers and they're all rigged separately. Even though it looks like they're moving together, I didn't know how to move them together until I watched another video and I was like, oh no, I could have done it the easier way. But I'll let the other two speak a little bit more about how they're moving and how they got into it.
I'm just so
Okay.
shocked at how smooth everything looks on all of you guys.
So mine is kind of a two for answer. I don't know how to
Okay.
rig. I didn't learn how to rig until I've been working on it recently. Um, when you don't know how to rig, you're gonna pay for it.
Oh.
uh, and
Mhm.
so in most cases, rigging a live 2D full model is gonna cost you somewhere between $500 and $3,000. Because every hair strand, every single toggle, everything is going to cost you something. So I got lucky though. I found a customizable model and I saved a lot of money. So we can touch on that later if you want to, but yeah, if you don't know how to rig, you're going to spend a lot of money. But programs, I actually started in Hunk. I think it's like it might be an itch.io. program, and it's a PNG tubing program. And I liked it because all I had to do was draw mouth shapes and eye shapes, and then it did all the rest of the work. So when you said like an O sound, it would make the O shape for you. When you said an E sound, it would do the E mouth for you. It was really nice. And I think it's like $5 if I remember. It's a really cheap program. It might be more now, but I still think it's really cheap. There's another option called VTube. It does similar. It doesn't have as many face options, but I think that one you can use a GIF tuber. So you can have a GIF that kind of maybe breathes and moves a little bit on its own, and then when you talk, it moves its mouth and stuff. So VTube has that. It just doesn't have as many mouth shapes, and I didn't have a GIF, so I went with Honk. Otherwise, the one I'm in now is called Live 2D, and it's pretty much it's like the biggest program in VTubing right now. There's others, but if you're in a 2D model, you're probably using Live 2D.
Mhm.
Okay. Um,
Mhm.
this is such a new question. I'm so sorry. Can you guys explain what rigging is? Like first off, because I know at least this is for me. I do not know. I know very little about VTubing. So when you guys are saying rigging with the little dots, is that actually on your person in real life, or is that like a computer program?
It's a computer program that is you're using and assigning basically these movements and the dots to each part of whatever layer and part of your model that you want to move or have some sort of animation. I believe I'm right, right?
Mhm.
It's basically rigging is how it animates. So if you could see the back end, each of us are covered in like a mesh, and most of the meshes are made up with dots. I'm not sure on Giggles because I think you're a 3D, right?
Yeah, I'm 3D.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how that one works, but for the 2D ones, we're covered in like this mesh of dots and how they work and function, and that's your rigging.
Mhm.
That's amazing. And you said that you were able to kind of create your model without rigging, which seems incredible because you're moving so well.
Oh, this one has rigging. This one is just bot.
Mhm.
I didn't do it.
Okay, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, that's incredible. Um, you mentioned that Giggles is 3D. You said what's kind of the difference between a 3D model? Does that involve rigging still or no?
It does involve some rigging, but like you can just find programs that kind of help auto rig is the best way I can describe that for 3D models is what I found. I use an app called Animes. And yeah, that does all the tracking for me and all the facial tracking and stuff like that. So it does that for me. So like I think I took the easiest route because I have so much respect for 2D models because I'm like the rigging I've heard is just a lot. And I went through the 3D version because I was like, I like 3D models a little more, but I think I went the easy route, honestly, because there's just, I think maybe some more out there for facial tracking and stuff like that is a little bit easier, I think, than setting up hand rigging your model is a lot different.
Interesting. I like how we kind of are able. I had no idea that there's like differences between 2Ds and 3D models, but I like how we have that variety here, and also just the smoothness between both of your guys' models. Like when you move, I've been staring at your cute little fringe bangs every single time you sway because they like move in like the most windblown way, and I think it's adorable. I also wanted to call out real quick. We got a chat on Twitch from Ora de Cafecito. Shrimp Brain, they love your little shrimp avatar.
Oh, thank you.
They totally give them a quick shout out. Do you guys have any tips for like new people starting VTubing or that kind of wants to get into it? Anything that you think that might be beneficial or something that you wish you knew when you first started?
um, I could talk about so I went I tried to go the cheapest route I could because I know that rigging and all that stuff it's really expensive, and even the programs themselves are pretty expensive too. But I am still a student. So there is a program called Live 2D that gives student discounts. To yeah, they give student discounts, and I took advantage of that as soon as I could. So I did that, and then my drawings, I did them on paper first. So my strip used to be a little drawing on a little sketchbook, and then and then I drew on my iPad, which Procreate. I love Procreate. So I drew it on Procreate and uploaded each individual layer to the Live 2D program, and I will not say how much I spent in total, but it's not as much as other uh, VTubers who have spent tons of money, but they spend tons of money for the art. It's there, you can see it. Um, I I don't move as much as they do, but hopefully in the future, I'm still learning. This is all a learning experience for me. So hopefully in the future, my whiskers will be moving and like their hair, and and my nose will be moving a little bit more. But it's all of a very big learning experience if you want to get into VTubing. And I say everyone should be a VTuber. Like if you want a little model, or if you just want to get online and stream, I say go for it, because as you can see, I'm still not moving properly. But I just wanted to jump online and just make a little space for myself to just be myself. So if you don't do it, it won't get done. So just jump it in the experience and just get it done.
That's inspirational. Honestly, I think that's the best advice that I can I can hear and that I can say to anyone else who wants to get into this is just to do it. And honestly, like I know you keep saying that you're new and that you this is like your first week out. You have been
Mhm.
doing so well. I don't know what you're talking about. Like your model is moving. I see your eyes moving. I've been seeing you get bigger and smaller. I think that's incredible. And it blows my mind. I'm like, yeah, I just started a week ago. It's fine. And I'm like,
Oh.
that's great. You should again. See,
That's me.
you're doing great, and I'm very excited to follow you on your shrimpy journey.
Thank you, thank you.
Someone else put in the chat that VTubers are an amazing way to express yourself. Arella Soul, I couldn't agree more. You guys are kind of, I've been wanting to start for a while. I've always wanted to be a little ferret VTuber because I love ferrets. They're my favorite animal. And seeing all of you guys doing this, you're giving me inspiration on, you know, maybe I should start streaming. Maybe I should just kind of take the leap and plunge in. So
You
I
should.
appreciate you guys.
Do it, do it,
Thank
do
you.
it. I think it'd be so cute to see a ferret. There's new programs coming out too. I just saw, I was talking about it this morning. PNG Remix. I don't know much about the program, but I downloaded it, and I want to see if it's worth it, because you can take a flat image and kind of rig it a little bit. I'm not sure if the rigging's the same, but people were saying that it might be a better option than doing live 2D.
Oh, interesting. I'll have
Mm-hmm.
to take a look at that. I haven't been very well versed into all of the different programs. So seeing kind of hearing you guys talk about the different programs that you use and what your experience has been, it's very, very helpful. I know one of our other members who are in the chat right now, Ora de Capsito, I know that they've also been talking about starting a VTubing channel. So they're enjoying everything that you guys have to say as well. Because we're both trying to slowly get into this. Oh, and Arella also put in the chat that VTubing has slowly but surely become more accessible, which from the sounds of it sounds very true with all of the different programs that they're coming out. Have you guys been switching programs as you've been going, or have you just mainly been kind of sticking to what you know? I saw some head shakes.
No, so for live 2D, you're really limited. What you're rigged for is what you can use. So there's even certain parts of live 2D, like VBridger, that I can't use because mine's not rigged for it. So you might, if you're PNG tuber, you might have a certain program that you use. And then if you're live 2D, I think 3D is a little easier to move to different programs, but it's still like, if it's not rigged it for certain ones, it won't work. Yeah, and then some of the 3D ones solely work on if you have VR set up. And so then they can't take it out of VR chat at all. So there's you kind of pick your model and your program and then you're there. Like that's where you stay.
Interesting. Okay, I didn't realize that. Huh.
I will
Can
say
you
it is much more accessible now though. So back to your question about if you're new and just starting, um, don't don't go buy a $3,000 to $5,000 model. You don't know if you'll love it yet. Go in and do a PNG. You can pay like $50 for a good PNG. You can buy the one I bought. I bought it off of Etsy and it was only $25, and I've been with it for this long and it works. Like buy a customizable and go the cheaper route before you start putting in a ton of money into these $1,000 units, because if you spend that much money up front and then you decide you hate it, you're just out the money.
Mm-hmm.
that
Valid.
is
Yep.
really cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been like asking you guys so much about background and how to get into VTubing. I also want to make sure that I give enough focus on all of you guys because we're here to talk about you and we're here to talk about VTubing, and I appreciate the help. I know that there's a lot of people in the chat right now that also appreciate the help with all of this, but I kind of also wanted to get more of an insight on behind the scenes of a VTuber, what it's like kind of getting into this persona that you guys have made, and also just your biggest inspiration behind your character, behind streaming. Like what is your driving factor, and just like to hear a little bit more about you guys. If anyone wants to take it away.
Okay. I guess if it's okay, I'll go.
Mhm.
My biggest inspiration has been mostly cartoon icons like Miss Fizzle, and Harley Quinn. Also a lot of inspiration with like a drag and circus aesthetic, and my own love for just like making people smile. So if I can combine that, it makes it just like peak experience for me, honestly. So that's kind of like my biggest inspiration for giggles.
I love that. Harley Quinn and Miss Frizzle, amazing choices. I haven't heard of the Magic School Bus in so long.
I love it.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing me back to my childhood. I appreciated that.
Mhm.
Okay,
I
I'll
just
go.
noticed.
Oh, go ahead. No, I feel like I'm gabbing too much, so go ahead.
No, no. I feel like I'm yapping too much. I don't know. My biggest inspiration is just people like Amethyst May and Giggles Clown. Like I see. I was watching. Loki. I was watching your streams, and I was like, oh my goodness, people like you are just so inspirational, and I just love art and everything to do with it. So seeing how much time people have put into their stuff is so inspiring to for me. And also, really quick, I just noticed that I'm mirrored. I'm a little crooked. I'm not facing you guys. So I might switch real quick. Uh,
Yeah, go for it. Also, Amethyst, how did you change your hair color? That was so
yeah,
cute.
that was really cool.
That was
I
so cool.
have a couple of rigs set up, some emotions, so I can be like really sad and upset.
Aw.
Oh no.
It's not all of them come with this, but since I picked a customizable one, I could make some edits to it, and so these are ones that I like put in. I can be really angry and tell you to get out of my chat. And then I really
Yeah.
love what Shrimp had to say, so
May I ask,
Love
do you have it set up where you click on stuff, or do you have it set up?
I do. I got a
Oh,
Stream Deck, so mine's set up to Stream Deck. And then if I really
oh,
love it, I can send you a wink. Oh, and I
oh,
can wave.
oh, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Love that. Oh my
This
gosh,
one,
honestly,
this one comes in handy for our VTuber or our Valentine's stream. This is pretty much what it does the whole Valentine's stream.
I am loving the red hair. Like, so cute. I love that so much. Honestly, you have more personality and emotion than like half the streamers I've seen.
Yay!
So cute.
Okay, I forget the question though.
Same.
Okay. I like saw you. I literally saw you change hair colors, and I was like, "Hold on, how did you do that?" More so an inspiration. You know, who inspired you?
Oh,
Um, just a little bit more about yourself and your model and who you are as a streamer.
so my biggest inspiration is she goes by Amelie. Okay, I'll backtrack. VTubing came mostly from a Japanese it's a Japanese cultural thing, and it has slowly made its way our direction. And in their culture, they have what they call is an oshi, and it's basically like the person you look up to, your mentor, like maybe if you might simp for them, like that's your oshi, right? Depend whoever you keep in the highest regard. And so I would say my oshi is Monarch. She's also goes by Amelie, and I love her because she's a VTuber, but she's also a voice actor, and she doesn't hide her face totally. So you can go and meet her at conventions, and there's pictures of her out there. She's not fully closed behind like anonymous doors. And I'm like, that's how I want to do this. I want to, I still want to go to DreamHacks and MomoCon, and I still want to meet with people. And sometimes I want to paint my office live on stream. So sometimes you'll see me paint my office, you know. But also, I have a VTuber persona. And so she's my Oshi.
I love that so much. I also didn't realize that Amelie was kind of both in person and completely VTuber because I know her from doing a lot of like song covers of like anime
Yes.
intros. No Life. That is my
Yes.
favorite cover of all time. She killed that one. But I had no idea that you could like actually go and meet her and she's in cons like in person.
Yeah, she usually goes in person. Some of her other friends, so you can go to some conventions and you can see people on big screens. So like Porcelain Maid, I had the opportunity to talk to him at MomoCon, and his was just on a screen, right? And I don't know that he was actually in the building. He might have just been like Wi-Fi'd in. But if it's I'm gonna say Sayu, Amelie, Shy Lily's another one. They will show up in person, and they just ask that you like don't take pictures of them or they wear a mask. But they're usually there, and sometimes even let you hug them.
Wait, that's incredible.
That's cool.
I've been seeing clips. I think it's Iron Mouse. I've been like down with this baby, you know, like,
Yes.
rabbit hole. People carrying around Iron Mouse on this little iPad, just like walking her around, and I was like, like I love that. That's how I imagine VTubers in person. I'm like just like on a little screen, you can carry her.
Yes.
Kind of like Karen from SpongeBob in my
Yeah.
mind. But
Yeah,
it's incredible.
Iron
So I'm glad that you got that inspiration from Amelie being able to kind of still keep her persona, but also express who you are in person as well. Because I feel like that's important too.
Yeah,
Gosh,
I
that's so
agree.
Speaking of conventions and other stuff, do you guys have any kind of projects upcoming? Are you guys going to be making an appearance at any sort of like upcoming conventions? Are you going to like stream? I want chat and everyone who's watching to kind of be able to know if you're going to make an appearance anywhere, if you have any like fun projects, fun streams in the work, any streamathons.
Well,
I mean, oh, go for it, go for it.
sorry. I will always be at DreamHack Atlanta, and I will always be at MomoCon. I live within an hour of there. I will always be at those. So in October, you'll catch me there. I have a merch drop coming in August, but otherwise it's my first merch drop. I'm excited about it. But otherwise nothing really big.
Are you kidding me?
That's
so
that's
big.
huge.
That's huge.
No, it's fine. It's so big.
It's big for
Congratulations.
me.
That's amazing. How can I get a little behind the scenes on your merch drop? Do you have anything that you can like leak? Any sort of like t-shirts, hats, styles that you're dropping?
It's gothic gamer girl styles because I don't feel like we get enough of that. And so some of the stuff is kill, death, assist related, and then in a gothic form.
Love that.
I love that. It sounds hot. I'm so excited for this. Do you have a date of when merch line is dropping?
And I'm excited too because like I've drawn, I'd say about 90% of it, and the other 10% my husband's helped with. So it's like it's mine.
Wait, that's really cute.
Yes.
Like team effort. Right? I love that. Do you have an idea of when your merch line's dropping? That way everyone watching can hear and see and keep
It's
an eye
in
out.
August. I don't haven't set an actual date other than August is the hope.
I'm very excited. I will keep my eyes and ears out for that drop.
Thanks.
And for MomoCon, if anyone's going to MomoCon, and you said DreamHack. DreamHack?
Yes.
Atlanta?
Yes.
Yes. If anyone in chat's going, I know we do have a lot of Atlanta-based members, so
Yeah.
your eyes open. What about Shrimp Brain or Giggles? Do you guys have anything coming up? Any sort of like streamathons? Any fun things that you want to promote or exciting stuff?
I mean, I am streaming on Wednesdays and Fridays. Not this Friday because this Friday I have a convention, the Fan Fusion convention. Um, I will be appearing at the convention for you. So you want to be a streamer, and um, there's it's going to be really great. It's a three-day convention here in Arizona. Um, so hopefully, if you want to, you will not see me. I will not be. I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted on how I want to be right now. Do I want to show my face? Do I want to let people know like, oh, maybe this is me? But I don't know. I think I want to keep it just to a shrimp, and people will not know who I am. So maybe you'll not see me this weekend, but I am going to the convention this weekend. Streaming Wednesdays and Fridays with Anna Banana, three A's, three ones at her at the end of her name, and she's a banana and she loves using the soundboard and the squeaky voices and she's so funny. I love her. Um,
Is she a banana VTuber? Like, is her model a banana?
yeah, she's banana, but she's more I guess
So cute.
V VTuber's like an umbrella term. I guess she's more of a PNG tuber,
I don't know
more
what that
flat, more
is, but that's
static.
still so cute.
I'm I'm
Okay.
still I'm still considered more like a PNG tuber right now because I don't move as much, but one day we will get there.
I'm
Where I
learning
move as much.
it. That's so
Hmm.
exciting though. Enjoy your convention. Be safe, but have so much fun. If anyone else is based in Arizona and is heading over there, make sure to connect because buddy system is always good.
Yeah, I'm gonna be by myself most of the time, so if anybody wants to hang out, let me know.
Yeah,
Oh,
and streaming Wednesdays and Fridays, which is so exciting.
yeah, you can find me at shrimp brain underscore on Twitch.
Amazing. What about you, Giggles? Do you have anything exciting coming up?
I am trying to figure out like kind of like a little collab stream series with other VTubers. I'm trying to call it Giggle Fest. And I'm still trying to work out the details of it, but I'm hoping to get like a couple different VTubers on for game like Repo or something, a few nights a week or something, where we can just be our chaotic selves and have some fun. And then I'm also trying to do some community game with Jackbox games, where people can come in and play games with me as well. So I'm trying to work that out and get the details on that because, yeah, I want to make sure it's fun but safe for everyone.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Well, I'm happy that I was able to connect you with some other VTubers because hopefully a Giggles Fest sounds so much fun.
That sounds
And
really
also
fun.
Jackbox. I love Jackbox. I don't know about you guys, whenever I play with my friends, we get down and dirty. No one is safe. we come for everyone. I don't think we can play it in public anymore, but it's so much fun.
Yeah.
I appreciate you saying, like, making sure it's safe for everyone, because we all know how Jackbox can get. That's so amazing,
Yep.
though.
I love the
Also
t-shirt.
thinking about doing, like a Jackbox game night one night. So if you guys are ever interested, and if anyone in chat is interested, let me know, because we're always doing game nights Fridays and Saturdays. So if you guys have any game suggestions, if you ever want to join in, let me
Oh,
know,
fun.
man. Someone else also put in the chat, saying that, hold on, let me read it. It was about the webcam. Someone saying that if you can't use webcam, PNGs are typically better and they work better mostly from a mic endpoint. And then someone was asking if they still relied on facial recognition. I don't know if you guys know the answer to that.
Yeah, that's me answering.
Oh,
It is. Honk and Veto too. Just use your mic input. So it's gonna ask you like make an O sound, and it's gonna log that. Oh, that's your O sound. This is the shape it needs to do. So if you don't have a webcam, or if you have a really crappy webcam, that's an option. But also, a lot of them will use the camera on your phone. So you can use some apps and camera from the camera on your phone too, if you need a webcam.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate the clarity, because
You
I know it can
highlighted it.
be, at least for me, with all of these terms. I
Like
don't
a
even know what
V-
VTuber is, but
VTube Studio has an app where you can use your camera on it, and it's really cool.
Mhm.
It connects not wired. Like you can either connect it with a wire or not wired and use your internet. And then there's also the what I was looking at the PNG one this morning. It uses your mouse and your mic as well.
Oh, okay. Do you guys have any, like, I guess, necessary setups for starting VTube? Like, is there one item that you think every VTuber needs to have? Something that if you want to get started, like, you should automatically at least look into this, that would help you kind of get off the ground?
A good mic. If you're gonna
A good
spend
mic.
money anywhere, it needs to be on your audio. And
Okay.
if you can't hire anybody to like walk you through how to set up your mic, chat GPT. Because you can say, hey, when I scream, it cuts off. How do I fix this? And chat GPT will fix it for you. So like your audio is the most important part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The
Okay. That's
yeah,
very good.
there,
Also,
a good mic, or if you don't want your hands to be in the way and everything, you can have like one of those, what are they called? A boom? Where
Oh,
it holds
yeah.
it holds your mic.
I know what you're
wait,
talking about. Yeah.
No,
Little
not those
mic
booms.
arm stand.
The boom arm.
The boom arm.
Whoops. So just like
like,
a little something to hold your mic up to your face.
sure you guys just hiring someone to just stand over you with a microphone. It's like,
Oh
oh my
no.
god.
But I will say, even like for the longest time, my main webcam was the camera I bought like 15 years ago when I was in college. And a lot of these systems can still pick up a lot with just a really crappy webcam. So even if you can only get like a Goodwill webcam, it'll work.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
You might not be
Okay,
able to get like eyebrow raises or big eye movements, but you will get enough because it'll be able to see like the shape of your face and see you move.
And if it doesn't, you could calibrate it yourself on
Yeah.
YouTube Studio.
Amethyst, whenever you shook your head and your hair moved, it looked so like magical. It's like a windblown look. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for explaining all of this. Chat, do you guys have any other questions for these VTubers before I have them all do some fun plugs so you can follow them and watch their streams and kind of give them their schedules as they're talking? Put any questions in the chat that you have or anything that you want to ask them. Feel free. And as chat is typing out any questions, if they have any, do you guys want to drop any of your socials in chat, whether it's your Twitch, Instagram, whatever handles you want to use, YouTube, And then also, if you guys are streaming at any point in time and what days you typically stream, that way we can all follow you along and see what you're doing. Just give quick shout outs, little plugs to who you are and what you do and all of your handles. That way we can follow you everywhere and continue looking at you.
Who wants to go first?
Everyone is.
I guess I'll go first. You can find me on twitch.tv/gigglestheclown30. I don't have a current schedule right now. I'm still fairly new, so I'm still kind of trying to learn the trend of when to come on and stuff like that. So I'm kind of feeling that out right now. So I don't have a schedule set, but I've been trying to stream, once every other day just to kind of get story progression in my game. Plus, I miss you all. I want to chat.
Amazing. Thank you.
I was still trying to
else?
figure out the usernames and handles and all that stuff, but on Instagram and on TikTok, if you want to follow me on TikTok, my username is shrimp dot or period brain underscore, and then on Twitch, it is shrimpbrain underscore.
Perfect. I'm dropping all of these in the chat.
Oh no.
We can follow you on socials. They're my favorite part.
Thank you so much.
Of course, always.
I was
We're
trying
here
to
to
type it and I
support.
was like, oh.
Hi.
Okay, so mine is Hey Amethyst May everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, everything. And I stream Tuesdays and Fridays at 9 a.m. Eastern. And when I stream, I multi-stream to YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. So literally wherever you feel like hanging out, I'm there.
Dang, you got this down on lock.
Oh, and my DMs are totally open. If you ever have a question, you are welcome. Anybody is welcome to DM me. I'm not about gatekeeping. I'm not about like keeping this from anybody. If I can help, or if you see something in my stream and you're like, how does she do that? Drop a comment. You're allowed to ask.
Same.
I appreciate that, and I'm sure everyone else in chat appreciates that. I will definitely be reaching out with questions for you guys, and also potential fun game nights if you guys are interested in ever doing anything.
I mean, I heard repo, so maybe we need a repo night.
Yeah.
I love repo.
On Friday the 13th, because there's a Friday the 13th.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I'm so down.
Spooky game night for a spooky day. All right, I'm gonna give a quick little shout out just to let everyone in chat know we are doing a giveaway for a brand new Steam Deck over on the gamehers. You can get entries by commenting on the post in our platform or our app, referring a friend, or just posting with the gamehers and tagging us anywhere. That will also give you entries, but you have until June 30th to enter in. Anyone is welcome. Anyone can get a chance to win a brand new Steam Deck. And of course, we always love our glasses, our Zenni glasses. I see Amethyst is wearing glasses right now, so if you want glasses to look as stylish as her, we always have a Zenni code out and about, so feel free to grab those. I know our Nightbot is in Twitch right now, dropping everything, but our main giveaway right now is a Steam Deck because everyone loved it during our awards, and they wanted us to bring it back, and so we brought it back. So you guys are also welcome to enter. Anyone and everyone is welcome to get a chance to win a Steam Deck, which is very exciting. Okay, that's enough about plugging about me and everything that we're doing. This is about you guys. I just wanted to say a huge thank you so much for coming on and talking about VTubing.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, are you okay?
What in the world? At least it picked that camera. I don't even know how to fix that.
That's okay. That's okay. multiple cameras? I feel like that might be a dumb
That's
question on my
that's
end.
my hand cam, so I can crochet and color and stuff.
That's so
I know, not sponsored. It is sponsored. It's totally sponsored. That's a really fancy keyboard. See, this is okay. This is a good chance to talk about that, though. As a VTuber, a lot of people think we can't work with affiliate links, we can't work with sponsors. You get this sponsored. You get your camera and your mic sponsored. You can totally work with other companies, even as a VTuber. I don't know how to fix this, though. I might have to exit and come back.
That's
Oh,
okay.
wait, I see something. Maybe.
That's such a good point because I didn't even think about that. Thank you for talking about that.
Good thing I had pants on today.
That was so funny, but that's crazy. I didn't realize because I also was thinking about that earlier because I know a lot of like streamers are able to put kind of a lot of their partners in their streams, obviously. So I wasn't sure how that worked with YouTubers, but thank you for explaining that because that's a great way to get new cameras, new mics, new keyboards. If any of you guys are watching, get those partnerships. Also, Elaine said your keyboard's pretty. Thank you, Elaine. I also think it's pretty.
Elaine has a special place in my heart, so she's just being a flatterer.
We love Elaine.
Yes.
Galaxy mat that you had, that was really pretty. It was like sparkly.
Oh, my mat?
Yeah.
Oh, see, it's stars. It's all themed. Okay, but here's the
I
thing.
love you. It literally fits.
I
space.
wanted like an IP. I wanted a whole vision. So like my Instagram, most of my pictures are gonna have purple in it or stars. Like so I tried to think fully outside of just the stream and just what you're seeing visually on stream. So when I take pictures of whatever product I just got, like I just got some new tea to try, I'll take pictures of it on this mat because it'll go along with the theme.
It's not just that makes me very happy that it's not just for your stream, like it's your entire identity, it's your entire personality. Like it's
Oh
you.
yeah, I love space. I love stars.
I feel like that makes it so much more genuine.
Like
And
I
that makes
have a half sleeve tattoo of stars. So like it's totally me.
Wow, that's
so
awesome.
pretty. Oh my god. That is so sick. Tattoo tour one day. I'm curious. Well, anyways, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for coming on and for talking and for helping. And I appreciate having your DMs open because if there's anything that we didn't cover or if anyone in chat has any questions, please feel free to reach out to me or any of these lovely VTubers and ask questions away. And I hope you guys enjoyed everything that they had to say. I know I did. And honestly, I will probably bombard you guys with more questions about possibly starting a favorite VTube model.
Yes.
Do it.
Do it, do it.
Even if you don't decide it's not for you, like it's nice to have it on the back burner of like, hey, maybe today I'll just use this, you know?
Exactly. I love that. You guys are inspiring me, and I just wanted thank you. I hope you guys have a great time. Have fun at the conventions. Good luck. I'll keep an eye out for your merch drop. If anyone is just joining, I dropped all of their socials in both chats, so feel free to check them out. Check them on their streams. There's gonna be some merch drops coming soon. They're gonna be making appearances at some conventions. So just make sure to follow them and check them out, watch their streams because all of these wonderful creators are doing some amazing stuff. And I want to thank you guys so much for coming on to talk. And I want to thank chat for coming on to listen. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy Thursday, happy Friday for those of us in a different time zone right now, and have an amazing weekend.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you so much.